Welcome to the 2021 Glastonbury Virtual Carnival. For the second year in a row, the Glastonbury Chilkwell Illuminated Carnival has sadly been cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This time last year in 2020, following the cancellation of the carnival, a virtual carnival was organised, incorporating models and animated drawings sent in from a wide cross-section of the community and local schools. This was accompanied by a film of Glastonbury Carnival winners between 2003 and 2019, making a 2-hour production. This is still available on YouTube. Search for Glastonbury Virtual Carnival 2020. This was produced by Carnivals in Somerset Promotion Project, CISP, in association with Moving Art and Hazel De Gregorio of Glastonbury Carnival Committee. This year also saw a 21st anniversary celebration of the Cart Building and Glastonbury Carnival Committee sheds at the Butler Carnival Park, where 5 locally based cart clubs still build. This year's Carnival Parade was due to be on Saturday 20th of November, so this year, as a replacement, CISP have edited together a 1 hour and 15-minute feature from a new film of Best of the Rest carts and walkers from 2003 to 2019, which all appeared at previous Glastonbury carnivals. This incorporates stalwart clubs that don't necessarily win very much, but which are essential to the spectacle of our unique West Country carnival parades. This virtual carnival aims to keep the tradition going for this year, with Carnival being only previously cancelled in the war years. You can purchase the full 2-hour, 43-minute version of the Best of the Rest DVD by finding the order details on the CISP website at www.cisp.org.uk, along with details of a range of other compilation DVDs edited from official DVD footage, much of it at Glastonbury, to help relive past Carnival in another year of no Carnival. Next year's Glastonbury Chilkwell Illuminated Carnival will take to the streets on Saturday 19th of November 2022 at 7:00 p.m, and we hope to see you there. This is the third film in our trilogy being Best of the Rest, following the success of We Are the Champions and Nearly the Winners DVDs. They provide a complete picture of our unique illuminated carnivals, arguably the best in the world, between 2003 and 2019. This DVD presents the stalwart, reliable and loyal clubs who enter for the love of Carnival every year, but who do not regularly win the top prizes. Without these clubs, there would not be a West Country Carnival tradition. These are the sorts of clubs that have not been much represented on our previous compilation DVDs, but are so important in terms of their community and entertainment value. This DVD incorporates cart clubs from all of the West Country circuits, Somerset County, Guy Fawkes, Wessex, South Somerset and East Devon, and includes the important walking masquerader entries from each year to give an overall carnival feel. The choice of the entries is, of course, selective, with there being so many clubs and entries over these years, but this gives a wide representation of great medium and smaller non-winning clubs, plus non-winning great carts of some of the bigger clubs omitted from our previous DVDs. These carnival clubs are all voluntary and self-funding. Some of them are family clubs, some of them village clubs, and some of them farm clubs, but all are central to their local communities and culture. Let's come together to celebrate these wonderful clubs, without which Carnival won't be the spectacle it is today. enjoy this couple of hours of past non-winning but entertaining entries, reflecting on the unique spectacle that is the West Country Illuminated Carnivals.
Now this is a beautiful entry coming here. This is all the peace and tranquility that you could possibly find from the Shambles Carnival Club and the Flower Fairies collection. Shambles, of course, based in Shepton Mallet. The designer this year, Sheila Petheridge. Model maker, Dorcas Casey. The theme is based on the fairies found at the bottom of the garden, and there's some fantastic costumes, and the detail on this is fantastic.
Amazing detail, Dave. The crowds clapping as they're coming up through the street here. Just look at that picture.
You open the fairy books and it's just all folding out in front of you here.
Again, Dave, the poses are just out of this world. How they sit there and stand there for 2.5 hours.
That's it. Enchanting, I think, is the word for this one. Very, very good. The club would like to thank Higgers Insurance from Wells for their sponsorship this year, and thanks to everyone who's helped throughout the year, from the big jumble sale that they run in April when they start collecting money in January. So a big thank you from the Shambles, and a beautiful entry there, beautifully finished all the way around.
Well done, Dad. There we go, one of the big entries tonight. Entry number 16. This is the Phoenix Carnival Club from Honiton down in Devon, with this year's entry, Time War.
Well, there's the driver of the truck there, the cart, and he's obviously enjoying himself and bouncing to the music as well.
Yeah, for 11 years they've been involved with these carnivals. They have 10,000 light bulbs on this.
That's a wonderful sight. That wide shot just then was amazing. The sheer size of that coming through the streets of Glastonbury. Look at that, everything's working.
If you take a look at that side view just then, it's all about twisted grandfather clocks, all about the springs and other clocks there. The makeup, the costumes, the movement. It's really, really good. Mate.
Very well thought out part, this one. Music, as you can obviously hear, is Time Warp by Damien. And they'd like to thank Brian Coleman for all his hard work with a staple gun on the grandfather clock tops, apparently. Well done to Brian.
Again, right from start to finish, Neil, it's lit, it's moving. The generator trailer's just coming into view. It's all part of this float, mate. Excellent. Well done to them.
Well, they've just pulled up outside of our cabin here, and they're all dancing well.
Here we have then the San Frantra Carnival Club, all the way from Chapman's Lane, with their entry, Snow White and the how many dwarfs?
Oh, wonderful entry. They're enjoying themselves.
28 years in Carnival, mate, these have been doing.
And this is comedy, and I love comedy. I'm a big fan of comedy, and to see those legs wobbling on the side of this float here, and seeing everyone dance is great. I think it's really funny. There's a nice comedy element here.
And again, I believe they've been picking up some silverware as they've been going around. Look at that. That's what it's all about.
Excellent.
Well done to them. That is clever. Very clever.
Very good. Very good. And they obviously enjoy
Next
themselves.
up then we have another icy entry. This is Motivate Carnival Club from Yeovil. This is the Ice Storm.
Well, it's been 5 years in Carnival for them. The costumes have been done by the ladies of the group, and what a great sight this one is. A superb entry, this one.
Yes, this is to end the Glastonbury and Chickwell Carnival tonight on with a lovely tableau entry. Well done to them.
With 2,000 lamps, this is their first year out on a float. They've previously been a walking entry, and what a great sight for this as we end the carnival tonight.
Again, it's beautiful models, beautiful costumes, beautiful poses.
Congratulations to them for coming up with a float this year.
We wish them well tonight.
We wish you well, also viewers of this DVD or video, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.
This is one fantastic walking entry.
I loved this costume, and as I said before, I wouldn't like to be the woman on top.
No. This is Andrew Boomer from Melksham with the Bullets. This is Comic Crazy People, the Kerry comedians from Castle Kerry.
Well,
hello.
with 29 years in Carnival, No doubt, every time they've come to Carnival, they've brought comedy to Carnival, haven't they?
They have indeed. These are the nutters of Castle Carey for sure.
Well, if this is this year's entry, last year's entry was Born to Be Wild. I dread to think what that looked like. Excellent. A wonderful entry, this one, and you can see the old police box there.
Yeah, it's all about the laughing policeman and zebras crossing. You'll see that just behind the TARDIS there.
Well, there they are. They're really enjoying themselves, and laughter is infectious, isn't it? So
seen that face somewhere before.
Oh dear. Laughter is infectious. Excellent. If they're laughing, everyone else is laughing. A grand job.
Yes, well done to Eddie Gage for the designing. Brilliant stuff. They've got 1,500 light bulbs on here this year. Well done to them.
A grand entry there.
There are, and another smiling face. Next up then, the Wick Carnival Club. They are local from here at Glastonbury. This is Shikra.
Well, show them your support. You can see the crowd clapping there. This is a superb sight to see. And there you go. There's the wide shot. This is a great, great float, a great entry, this one. Everything's moving. All the lights are lit up. The theme Shakira, and the music is so powerful.
It is.
Very strong, very good.
And as it passes us in a moment, you can see the colour changing as it goes down through the cart there. Look at those colourings.
The costumes, the attention to detail on those costumes looks superb. Last year they brought us a theme called Pantomania, and you know, to see that was a superb sight as well. They're going from strength to strength.
You can certainly tell they're a local club because all the crowd now are beginning to realise who it is.
Yeah, they're certainly
showing their support, mate.
That's it, certainly are. A wonderful entry, this one. You can see the tractors there, tractor at the front towing this. Has even got something spinning above him. That's someone's been very thoughtful in designing this entry.
They have. Look at the different changes of colourings. There's greens, there's oranges, there's blues, there's purples.
There's not
Fantastic.
a bit that's not moving. Everything's moving, everything's lit up. A wonderful entry. I'd like to thank the team who sorted out all their light bulbs and their electrics and all the design and moving parts, and also a big thanks to the guys that are doing the costumes. Wonderful.
Because it's months and months of hard work to entertain the crowd here tonight. Thank you to everybody.
And the chandelier things there in the generator.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice entry.
Look at these costumes here. Entry number 82. This is the Crackers Carnival Club from Shaftesbury, and they call this Snap.
Well, this is I believe their first year at Glastonbury Chickwell's Carnival.
It is.
And the captains are Dave Bowen and Jeff Spencer. And the costume. Well, you'll love this next entry, Raz. This one's Espanol, and this one's presented to us by the Aliens Carnival Club. A great entry, this one.
Yes, they've been around for 10 years now, and I do like this one. It warms the cockles of my heart, sir.
Well, this one is a traditional Spanish theme, bringing us lots of fiesta and you know, dance and things like that. Excellent, bright colours coming in.
Look at the engineering on that, ladies and gentlemen. The electrics and the engineering is really, really brilliantly done. 10,000 light bulbs. The music is blaring. It's a Spanish summer fiesta, and don't we know it's sat in this box?
It certainly is. The music there is by Steps. This one's Summer of Love. A great, great theme that as they're going on by, and a very popular theme for Carnival.
It is indeed. Again, this is a really, really nice tableau entry from the Shambles Carnival Club from Shepton Mallet. This is Doctor Who.
Well, it's been winning awards around the Somerset Carnival circuit over this season, and it's a superb entry. It's up to date. It's got the new and old Doctor Who themes on here, and a great entry. The attention to detail for those models on site.
Yes.
Look at that for the Dalek, a floating Dalek, all lit up as well.
It is clever. It's a hard idea to do for a tableau, but they've done it well. 18 years in Carnival, they age between 14 and 76. I believe that is dead dart. 76.
as we've gone through the cart, you'll see that we've gone from the old to the new as we come to the back. They'd like to thank all those that have helped during the year with fundraising, etc., which has allowed them to take part this year, and they hope they hope that they'll be able to get a large lot of money as well for charity. So
Yeah, wish them well.
well, this is an excellent entry. This one is Fiesta Mexicana. This one's brought to us by Crusaders Carnival Club in Bridgewater, and I believe this one's close to your heart, Raz.
It is indeed. I am one of the Crusaders there, and look at this entry. They had problems in Bridgewater and North Severn, but ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. Look at us, good old Karen there smiling. 12,000 light bulbs, the oldest carnival club in the Somerset Carnival,
Well,
70 years of age.
Well, with 12,000 light bulbs, I believe this is the most ever. Is that right?
It is the most ever we've put on a float, mate.
Wonderful. The theme is obviously Mexicana. The whole thing about spinning sombreros and Mexican stars. Oh, there she is, smiling at the camera. And she's shaking them there for you as well.
Young Nadine there, Nadine Riddle, well done to her for going on tonight. There it is, the generator trailer with Derek there. He's a deaf chap, but he never stops participating in Carnival.
I know there's a huge thanks for the guys at the Hope Inn for supporting the club as well.
Oh yes, they've done the club proud, mate.
Wonderful.
Just coming to front of your screens now, this is our club, me and Mr. Talon's club. This is the Mendip Vale Carnival Club from Wales. And this is the Super Bowl. Only a traction generator, but it's not how big it is, it's what you do with it. I'm going to hand it over to you now, Dr. Talon.
Yes, 100 foot of action, light, colour and movement crammed into 54 foot. Celebrating the US entertainment and sporting spectacular of the Super Bowl. They're loving it on board there. Particularly number 27, that's Kevin Curran, the designer, and the captain is Tom Shepherd.
And that's my favourite part of the cart, the bandstand. That's where all the top boys are.
They've been going for 42 years, and they're based in the show. This is Lisa Arney, Hubble Bubble Trouble. She's been in the carnival for 21 years. She's from Taunton, and she's 30 years old.
And from one great entry to another. First place winners over the last couple of carnivals. Had a bit of trouble with their tractor early on in the week, but all sorted. Wales Carnival Club, the Kraken awaits.
The theme here, the shipwreck under the sea, attached by the sea monsters, the three large kraken and an upside down boat, which is a really original interpretation of a theme. So well done to the designer, Nick Holding, and the captain, James Day. Well done to Katie and Luke Shepherd for all of their hard work on this entry this year.
And the music from the film Pirates of the Caribbean.
Model makers Wayne Anker, Lynette Day and Karen Williams. There's great poses, great interpretation here from Wales. This won first prize at Wells Carnival last night. And they're in contention for county honours in the Tableau class.
Right, last year obviously Valhalla Rock, another good design this year by Nick Holding.
They're based at the Great Escape in Bridgewater. The Kraken Awaits, of course, based on the novel by John Wyndham. This is the Firework Frenzy. This is presented by the Crackers Carnival Club. This is Dave Bowen and Jeff Spencer, and they have a great time as a pair. Last year they were Warpath, and they've done very well this year, haven't they, Andrew?
The Aliens Carnival Club from Froome. I can't pronounce this, you'll have to help me. Is it
Bashika, an Aztec theme.
And they're going.
The costumes are by Brenda Allen and Darren Beeling, and the club have been going for 12 years. They're based at the Vine Tree in Froome.
Just saying, they're going through quite thick and fast tonight, so the music is stamped, age range 17 to 61, 365 kVA generator. Electrician Joe DeLong and float designer Ron Grant. As we move on to one of the local winning Tableau clubs, we have the Shambles Carnival Club from Shepton Mallet, Bugsy Malone.
And this is a really clever, innovative idea, I think, very original, celebrating the gangsters of 1930s US Prohibition era. This is their 20th anniversary year, the Shambles Carnival Club. music as a remix of the well-known Bugsy Malone theme tune.
But I do like the music, that's why I was being quiet, I was just listening.
The captain, Alan Billing, and the designer. Congratulations to Ben Morgan. Costumes by Sandra Whitcomb.
That's Amy there. That's the only time she's quiet when she's on the float. Electrician Scott Whitcomb, he's on the front of the cart. John Baker and Steve Harris.
They're 14 years old to 78 years young, they say. They're based at the Conservative Club in Shepton Mallet, and in fact they are now Shepton Mallet's sole surviving carnival club. Shambles, celebrating their 20th year.
This right, coming into view, one of the biggest entries you'll see tonight. Weighing in at about 14 foot long, this is George Brimacombe from Watch It.
We should say it's George Brimacombe British Empire Medal. He was awarded that in 1991, and he says the entry is fairground scene on a record player.
That's why he just got out of the driver's seat there to check something. Maybe the moving parts have stopped. They'll turn the record player back on.
And George has attended many hundreds of carnivals throughout the years. He's probably been entering for a good 20 years now, George, a well-known character around Somerset. Well done, George.
And if there's a long shot, he's got flashing lights this year. There we are on the top. He's got a candle there on the top of his hut.
So the first float in the procession from George Brimacombe, followed by the Cavaliers Carnival Club from the Crown Inn, St John Street in Bridgewater. They are What a Wreck.
And I know you're a fan of the music, so I'll just let you know it's Evanescence, Bring Me Back to Life.
Oh, I thought I was going to have to go and ask one of the crew again.
No, you're safe in here for a minute.
They're celebrating their 70th anniversary in the carnival, and this is the remains of a sunken boat.
Certainly a very good standard cart for the Cavaliers, and they won the Most Improved Cup at Bridgewater this year.
This year's cart is dedicated to the memory of their cart captain and life member Stuart Case, who sadly died in April, aged 37. Captain is Neil Priddle. Model maker Steve Hart. That's a good entry, isn't it, for Cavaliers?
Oh, brilliant entry. Very clean and tidy, everything working, everything lit.
And last year they were Samba. Electricians Paul Baker, Andrew Elkins and Neil Priddle.
And on to our second comic entry of the night. Goes to a very famous Wessex club, the Just Georges and Camp Capers.
And they're all singing a good old carnival classic, Around the Old Campfire by Fufu Lamar. And you can see the theme here is the Carry On Camping film. Scouts of the Camp and Countryside Yokels, very appropriate from round here in Somerset. Designer Sarah Upshaw, Nigel Collins.
This club has been going for about 16 years now, so they know what they're doing.
They're based at the Shurston Social Club in Shaftesbury.
And they'd like to thank all the staff at the Plough, a pub at Manston, just outside Sturminster Newton, for providing them with a temporary building site.
Captain is Matt B, and the costumes by Sarah Upshaw, Mary Kewen, Abby and Nicola Ridley, and Phil Goddard. Followed by the Britannia Carnival Club, and their 2007 entry is USA.
Right, the Britannia took a third last night in Wales, so they're pleased with that. Track driver there, and Captain Hugh Davey. Music Candyman, heard that already tonight, I think. There's Michelle there. Definitely the best entry from Britannia for a long, long time. All clean, all tidy, all working.
Costumes by Mary Edwards, Jenny Kingston, Heather Birch, and they're celebrating 30 years in Carnival from the Horse Pond Inn at Castle Kerry. And it's an American steam train. Last year's entry was Clown Town. Their ages 10 to 65 years old. That's the Britannia Carnival Club from Castle Kerry. This is one of the local Glastonbury clubs in this evening's procession. This is the Cossacks, presented by the King William Carnival Club.
That's right, and a bit of a sad sight. They've got lights, no lights on the tractor, which is a shame there. The local Tableau, very, very good entry. Best entry they've done for years. Taken prizes already.
And we should say that this year's entry is dedicated to the founder member, the late Winifred Clark. And this is a great entry
honouring her memory, because this is the best that King William has done for many years. The black, white and red Cossack theme, designed by Chris Hagg and Matt Nurse. Designers Chris Hagg and Matt Nurse, captain Chris Hagg. They've been in Carnival 46 years, and last year they were first at Glastonbury. What's the music? It's a sabre dance, is that right? Not this bit, the other bit is a sabre dance by Cacciatorian. And the costumes by Rosie Fitton, Nan Gould and Steph Gibbons. So well done King William Carnival Club. They'll win first prize tonight, being the only local tableau entry now.
So when the floats go by.
Moving on to the first tableau of the night, and the honour goes to the Pentathlon Carnival Club of Moorland, with at the bottom of the garden, which is all sort of fairies and things. The shot you just saw there, you notice they normally do have a decorated tractor. Unfortunately, there are a few clubs out tonight that don't, have had to rely on a normal farm tractor, which takes away a little bit of the impact, but nonetheless.
Which is a shame, because they had success at a first prize at Bridgewater Carnival this year.
That's right, last year they were the ceremonial barge of the Dragon Emperor.
And this year, everything you'd find at the bottom of the garden, the various fairies and enchanted characters. Designer Dave Coleman, Captain Mike Coombs. They're based at the Swan Inn at North Petherton. They've been going for since 1971. This is their 40th entry.
That's right, you can hear the music there. They don't give us the music, but I'm pretty sure it's from the Peter Pan film, and also the Disney adverts that they put on at Christmas. But the musical director is Dan Jenkins.
And the models on here by Graham Marston, costumes by Margaret Marston and crew. Pentathlon are one of the traditional successful tableau clubs. They've won the Tableau County Cup 8 times.
And they're so they're just taking someone off the cart there. I don't quite know why, but I think they've managed to do it without holding up, which is quite good.
Yeah, somebody who's suffering from the cold. Not too cold here tonight, but this is a long way around the route, unfortunately. And this is one of the 30 metres long carts, 5 metres high, 3 metres wide. So we'll look at this going down the road away from us into the town centre of Glastonbury. So as we turn around, you'll see the whole length of it there. This spectacular entry from Pentathlon Carnival Club of North Petherton. Circuit is the Zimmer Olympics, presented by the Divas Carnival Club of Frome. They say it's Olympics with a twist. And what is the twist here?
They're obviously old dears, aren't they? I'm assuming that's the twist, you know.
Yes, an OAP version of the Olympics. Perhaps they're in training for 2012. So some aged Olympians here, as depicted by the Divas Carnival Club. This is only their second year in the carnival, from Frome in Somerset. The captain is Dewey Welsh. Designers Sharon Welsh and Christine Chambers. Costumes by Marcia Hutton and Christine Chambers. Ages 15 to 66, but more of these towards the 66 end of that spectrum. They've got 6 different pieces of music cut together here. They say Divas Carnival Club are the senior girls from the Frome Charisma Majorettes. They wanted to keep on in Carnival as elderly people. Special thanks to Inlay Resin Bound Surfacing, Dave Page from British Flag Carnival Club.
Will they make it round the route, do you think? I mean,
just about made it round the circuit. And they do get on the ground quite a bit in this routine. It's a very long routine they do. Rock Around the Clock is presented by the Revellers Carnival Club of Shaftesbury, probably one of their best entries. 1950s era.
One of your Wessex friends, I expect you know more. I know you enjoy the Wessex. Actually, I met David Webber for the first time, drives a tractor for this club. He happened to be nearby me when my van got stuck in Wales yesterday, and he towed me out. So I had a nice chat with Dave Webber, and he was a very good club.
16 years in the carnival from Shaftesbury, Captain Chris Webber, designer Pat Hacker, models Dave Webber, costumes Pat Bell, Pat Hacker, Kathy Webber and Debbie Clark. You can see the rotating rocking clocks on here, music by Bill Haley. They say Revellers' fortunes have really picked up this year after a year of minimum members. Only a tractor and generator last year. They're back on the road with 100 foot. And they say with the number of carts on the Wessex circuit decreasing year by year due to bureaucracy, regulations, costs, etc., they're glad to make a comeback and hope it will encourage other clubs to hang on in there. And we echo those sentiments. Keep going, Revellers. Great cart from them.
95. Amy Pickerskill.
Inti is the name of the entry.
I know that.
Aztec theme. Or was it an Inca theme? Inca Aztecs.
It's all a
She's from
similar thing,
Glastonbury.
isn't it? Yeah.
I think she's been doing pretty well this year.
Yeah.
And we're moving on to the Cousins Carnival Club here. And this is a winning pair. This is Skelosaurus Lancerite, aka the Fossil Hunters.
It must take some time to make their models, I think. Probably one of the longest walking entries in the carnival.
Full-size walking dinosaur fossils here. The idea came from the name Fossil Hunters. What would a pair of fossilised hunters look like? And what would they be riding? Obviously dinosaurs. This is Blake Gill, 13 years old, and James Milner, 14 years old. And they say work on the costumes took over 6 months and hundreds of hours. This is only their second year as Cousins Carnival Club, and last year they were the formation flying.
So not much is going to beat that, is it? Western Zoyland Carnival Club. And I can't pronounce it. I'm calling it the Dragon.
It's Draco Militus.
See, I can't pronounce it. I just call it the Dragon because I can't pronounce it.
It's a myth and magic dragon fantasy from Western Zoyland, and I think this is their best entry for many years, and they've had success this year. From the Sedgemoor Inn at Western Zoyland, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary in the carnival. They started in 1961 as the Shoulder of Mutton Carnival Club. They've won the Comic County Cup twice, but they're back in the features with this Dragon Fantasy.
The music's just stopped there. But clubs nowadays seem to go for these sort of powerful, almost orchestral music now. It seems to work very well on a carnival float. Say no more. Moving on to Gangtown from the British Flag Carnival Club of Bridgewater, and they won the Bridgewater Carnival concerts back in October, and this is their cart, Gangtown. This is the gangsters, and this is the 1920s American Street Parade.
Yeah, the 1920s Prohibition American gangsters. Very good entry, lots of detail depicting that period, thanks to the Hot Honey Rag, the Chicago soundtrack. And this is the club's 61st year, as Andrew said. They won the White Hart Cup on stage for the first time in the history of the club, which is a fantastic boost to the club. Designers John Holliday, Captain Steve Curl.
It's a very imaginative dance routine.
Yeah.
They're playing the piano if the piano's playing, and they're all sort of playing the musical instruments.
They'd like to thank everyone for helping to move forward with their new lorry unit that they've built this year. Last year saw the club return to the top 5 on the road after 18 years, as well as a huge collection of silverware. And this continues to be a very exciting time for the club, and they hope to improve and grow, and I'm sure they will do, because that's a great entry, the Gangtown from British Flag Carnival Clubs. Division 3 of the carnival now. This is a 1+1 carnival club from Ilminster. Where's your bins?
Captain and designer Martin Lee, who you just see on the front playing the guitar.
A recycling theme here from 1+1, dancing with the classic Lonnie Donegan's My Old Man's Dustman.
Costumes by Shirley Moore, electrician Harold Peach, 2,000 low energy light bulbs on board.
25 years in the carnival from Ilminster. Last year's entry, Oh What a Night, was the South Somerset Comic Federation champion. They say that they're a small club that build outside with no shelter, no electricity, and they pray for good weather when it's time to paint.
Yeah, we've seen what they build. It's sort of in the middle of nowhere there.
This is Cosmic Sparkle. This is a Star Delights Carnival Club, Gillingham in Dorset.
Who are Star Delights?
Well, this is Amy, who's been in the Carnival for 26 years, and Mel, who's been in the Carnival for 6 years. And this is one of the winning pairs this year. Their theme, Circus, Space and Fairies. And we're moving on to the Kipling Juvenile Carnival Club of Shaftesbury, and their entry is the Hillbillies.
Another club that's been out for many, many weeks. When did they come out? You've seen
They were first out in Mere in the middle of September.
Yeah.
And this is their last appearance tonight. On the front of the cart there, you can see Sam Moxham and Tom Appleby putting it all in. On the road every Saturday since September, this club. And they've been going since 1987. They weren't on the road with a cart last year, but they walked around with Kipling's Revisited.
But now they're back to a cart. Captain's name is Trevor Appleby. Obviously, like we said before, based in Shaftesbury. Costumes by Tracy Moxham, model maker Alan Moxham, electrician Joe Mearfield. And what's their music?
You'll be able to hear it. It's that classic, the Hillbilly Rock by the Woolpackers.
That was an Emmerdale thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was an Emmerdale, I think.
That's Sam and Tom at the front. They say they're a scout-based club. All the performers are either explorers, scouts or cubs, and all the helpers are associated with the Shaftesbury Scouts Club.
They're all good at tying knots, whatever they do in the Scouts.
And certainly good at building carts. This is placed 4th at Shepton Mallet.
They'd like to thank Mr. Tweedle for the loan of the tractor.
They say the main features on here, everything, especially the young performers.
Yeah. They like to put the juveniles near the beginning, don't they, of these carnivals?
Yeah.
Because obviously it's a late night otherwise.
You get a long way back to Shaftesbury.
If you get some hold-ups, it's going to be a late night for kids. It'll be a late night for us adults some nights.
Aged 8 to 16 on the cart. And there we get some good going away shots tonight as well here on the Glastonbury bypass. On to the Wills Carnival Club from Bridgewater and their wacky races.
Of course, the Wills had a few troubles earlier on in the carnival season with their tractor, but thankfully they've got it back on the road now.
Wills have been in the carnival for 59 years. They're based at the Castle Club, and they were formed by workers from the engineering company WMF Wills Limited.
Hence the name Wills.
Yeah. And this year is a very original design depicting Dick Dastardly and the various wacky races.
Yeah, it's a bit before my time, but do you remember
I do.
wacky races?
This is a good interpretation, an original design by Matt Miller.
Is it called The Race?
It's The Race, yeah.
The Race by Yellow. And they've obviously mixed that with a few wacky races noises.
And we're glad to see the decorated tractors back on the road because that missed a few of the carnivals this year.
Moving on, this will probably be the County Cup in the walking group. This is A&A Carnival Club, also known as Nigel Phillips, a member of Harlequins.
Yeah, and his entry is automatic, and he's a transformer-type robot, and he's won first everywhere so far this year, so he will retain his County Cup that he won last year with Skullduggery.
That's right. And he's been out since beginning of September with this walk-in entry.
Very clever, and about 150 batteries that weigh a ton.
Yeah, he says they're quite heavy to walk round, and he's on stilts as well. And his son Alex helps him, who's just behind him in the yellow coat there. He always helps him carry his batteries, I expect.
So well done, Nigel Phillips, or the A&A Carnival Club from Kilmington in Devon. And we're moving on to the winning walking group this year. This is an excellent entry, one of the best walking entries for many years, presented by the Motivate Carnival Club, and it's Pandora's Army.
And this is ever so good when you see the costumes at the back there, the big models. The music is from the Planet of the Apes theme, isn't it, from the film?
Yeah, and this is Pandora's Army based on Avatar, and you'll be able to see the 4 main walking dragons and 2 yetis. They're probably 12, 15 feet high.
And these, am I safe to say they're in line for County Cup in the walking groups?
Yes, first everywhere so far this year. The captain is Paul Extance. The design and the costumes was a team effort. 11 years in the carnival from Yeovil.
They are ever so good costumes. They're the big sort of furry creatures. How they fared in the rain last night, I don't know.
Walking these big models around the whole 2 miles of the route 6 or 7 times in 10 days is no mean feat. It's good to see Motivate on the road with this excellent entry, because they were going to fold. They were a kart club up until a couple of years ago, so we're glad they're continuing, and well done to Motivate with their Pandora's Army. Now, as we move on to the Aliens Carnival Club of Frome, and their entry is Downtown. So a Las Vegas gambling theme with a 60s twist. Dancing to Downtown by Petula Clark.
And this is a remix version as well. And they are based at the Vine Tree in Frome. Kart designer Yvonne Allen, model maker Martin Allen, costumes by Brenda Allen and Darren Beeling.
This club started as a walking group and they became a feature card in 2001. Age range 13 to 65. So there's the gamblers, the roulette wheels, the Las Vegas gambling girls. Downtown.
You're singing again, isn't it?
I like this song.
We told you about that.
It's a good kart from Aliens.
It is, yeah, it is.
It's good to see them taking part in the whole circuit this year after problems last year. Carnival, this is Sun, Sea and False Teeth, presented by the 1+1 Carnival Club of Ilminster. Dancing to the music there, Margate by Chaz and Dave.
It's Chaz and Dave, yeah. I've only seen this once, so that was at Ilminster.
And this depicts a day out at the seaside. The pedalo and the surfing grannies there.
Last year they won the Federation in their class on South Somerset. Now, the trouble is with comic, you can't ever read out what they buy on the side of the car.
We were looking at this earlier, don't read it out.
This is a family viewing DVD.
They've been in the carnival for 32 years from the Donyat Bowling Club. Captain is Wayne Davey, designer Ian Burgess. Costumes by Molly and Shirley.
They'd like to thank Joe at the bowling club for his hospitality and Wayne for his help as Morris was hospitalised with a bad hand.
Last year they won the Comic Federation Shield on the South Somerset circuit, and this is we can't read out what they say for 1+1. They say they've had a lot of trouble building this year because this is one of the few clubs that build outside. It was a very
save a horse, ride a cowboy. Make of it what you will. This is the Revellers Carnival Club from Shaftesbury, and this is Cactus City.
Yes, this is a Wild West street theme with a stagecoach, the huge cowboys. The cowboys and the saloon girls.
And these are one of the clubs, they don't do every carnival, do they? They do all the Wessex, but they don't do every one on this
just the Mid-Somerset carnivals. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to Bridgewater this year. Waving the tractor driver there, who's Dave Webber. Captain is Chris Webber, designers Lisa and Richard Mullins. Plus ideas from other members. They've been in the carnival for 18 years from Shaftesbury. Costumes made by Kathy Webber, Debbie Clark and Karen Knapp. Age range 15 to 70, and the music there Andrew likes is Save a Hoist.
Save a Hoist. Save a Hoist.
Well,
you lifted him up, are you? Okay, this is the Griffins Carnival Club from Bridgewater and Steampunk. And I'm going to start talking like this because I do like this. I can't understand why it's not doing better. It is really good. I love the way they do a really good impact coming down the road with the moving face there.
Yeah, very original entry as ever from Griffins. This is an industrial revolution, continued gone crazy. Man and machine coming closer with a head of Brunel and the smoking chimneys.
So last year they were Dickens Christmas, 20,000 light bulbs, wired by the electricians, Jim Upton and Brian Musgrove. The music is Pumping Iron from the stage show Starlight Express.
And the captains are Sam Coles and Andy Burton. Designers John Gary, Bill Richards and Rich Richards.
And that is really good, I really like that. Very original, very clever to come up with that. Griffin's always come up with something different.
It is a great entry, 45 years in the carnival from the Blake Hall. They say Tom Spender has been a member since the start of Griffins, and he's had the thankless job being the treasurer for many years.
Yeah, Tom was walking at the front of the tractor. Here we go, Woof. This is the Walking Pairs, this is Nigel Phillips. who always generates a lot of applause when he does his entries. Very clever. First year he's not been a robot for a few years.
He says he's a dog, nothing like a slinky dog. And he's already been thinking ahead to next year's costume, where he's wants to be a robot again, but a blue one this time.
A blue one, yeah. I think Nigel's actually the back end of the dog tonight.
He's been in Carnival for about 30 years from Axminster. Captain Alex Phillips, models by Russell Norman, Steve Dorr, Alex Phillips and Nigel Phillips.
He's also the paint sprayer for Harlequin Carnival Club. So chuck that one in.
Been one of the winners this year. Great original entry there from Nigel Phillips.
Right, here we go, last cart of the night for Glastonbury 2013. A very much improved club this year by all round. It's the Renegades and Voodoo, which is Voodoo Africa. And they've really upped their game.
Yes, Renegades have been going for 47 years from the Golden Ball in Bridgewater, and this is probably their most successful entry, the most improved club by far this year. Captain is Richard Shattuck, designer Aaron Whiting. And Voodoo, you can see the bottom half is Africa, the top half is Voodoo. Dancing the Waka Waka, this is Africa.
This is good, this is good. They put a lot of effort in their costumes, a lot of effort in their makeup, a lot of effort in their routine. What more can you want? Nice bit of spraying on the side of the cart there. Facial makeup must take hours, look at that.
And they did a great stage show presentation as well in the Bridgewater Carnival concerts prior to the road show.
That's right, so that is the last cart of the night.
Yeah, Renegades Carnival Club bring to an end the 2013 Glastonbury Chilkwell Guy Fawkes Carnival.
This is Smandy's Carnival Club.
Yes, this is Aurora Borealis, depicting the Northern Lights dancing through the sky.
And they're based in Radstock. Captain is John Thompson of ex-Masqueraders and Wills's fame. Cart designer Paul Smith, and that's Paul in the middle, who actually broke his foot all year, and that's the first time I've seen him walking properly, so I think that healed just in time.
5 stars joining the dance of the Aurora Borealis across the skies above an Inuit village. Very vibrant colours here.
And the music, you can just hear it, is Fourth Rendezvous by Jean-Michel Jarre.
And that's their first year in Carnival as a walking group.
Okay, moving on. We're starting the procession now. The Motivate Carnival Club. They're a walking group based in Yeovil, and this is Immortal. And this is doing very well on the walking group, so I think that'll be County Cup.
Yeah, it will be. A really excellent walking group based on the Immortals living on the Flying Dutchman.
And this is a large ship being dragged through the streets of Glastonbury.
14 years in Carnival from Yeovil. The captain's Alex Archibald and the designer Dan Moore. Costumes by Nicky Saunders and Club. Electrician Andrew Parker. The music here, Shiver My Chimbers from Muppets Caribbean Island or something.
That's right, yeah, that's right. And they're looking for new members. So if you're over 16, they're looking for members in the Yeovil area, the Motivate Carnival Club. Last year they were the Western Wedding. Do you remember that?
That was equally spectacular. The club is looking for new members over 16 years of age because they hope to be back on a cart next year.
I just said that.
Oh, sorry. But that deservedly, they're going to be crowned the county champions later tonight.
Sponsored by the local foam filler company there.
So the Immortals there, Immortal from Motivate Carnival Club.
Okay, coming into view now. British Flag Carnival Club, Kabuki. Very Mikado this. And they have done very well this year.
Based on a Japanese water garden, set in a Japanese water garden with fantasy, fairy tales and myths. The dragons, the bridges and lanterns depicted on here. Last year they were the non-winners at Glastonbury, but this year they've got a third, so they're not in the non-winners because they're a winning entry again from British Flag.
And if you look at them, they all put in, it's like a theatre show. Their routine is very clever. So I'm sure John Holiday is behind that somewhere.
Alioa by Yamasaki.
Yeah, captain, designer, model maker John Holiday, costumes June Farrance, Val Roper, Joe Ingram, electrician Pete Woodley, and I think they did very well in the Bridgewater Carnival concerts, got a first there. I think they got a third in Bridgewater as well, their hometown.
So they're back on form again, a big winning club again, the British Flag Carnival Club with Kabuki. These are the Drunken Sailors from the Western Zoyland Carnival Club, another really original great entry this year. And these are sailors drunken at dockside with the rocking houses, the moving lighthouses and boats. "57 years in the carnival."
And this could easily be a comic entry in the sense that you think Drunken Sailor would be comic, and it's not. It's brilliantly feature, and it's very, very entertaining, and probably their best year for years with this.
Captains Chris Birch and Andy Clements, designers Tim Martin and Sophie Lang, model makers Phil Parsons, Andy Clements, costumes Joanne Neal, Lisa Hurd, Lisa Evans and Sophie Lang.
Again, these are one of the clubs that put a lot of time into their new shed on the outskirts of Bridgewater.
So this is a Victorian dockside lit up to make it feel dark and dingy. Someone on this cart is Pete Evans and his wife. He's now back on the cart after 20 years of being commentating one of the collection carts. Western Zoyland won the Comic County Cup in 1999 and 2002. But they've mainly been feature, and this is a great feature, I think, really original and a good effort at expanding again Western Zoyland Carnival Club. This is the Rhythm Fever Carnival Club of Mere and their Puppet Parade. I think this is a really good walking juvenile group this year. So they're a group of juvenile masqueraders of 6 to 22 people. They put a great effort in, have done for the whole carnival circuit.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, isn't there?
Behind Rhythm Fever, we're going to move on to one of the best carts in this year's Somerset County Carnivals. This is the DG's Carnival Club in Olay. This is Jeff and Deanna Spencer, and they are dynamic swirling of the geriatric duo this year, the bullfighter and his senorita. 24 years in the carnival, 12 years is masquerading.
I like this one. This has got to have the award for infectious music in carnival. The Nunsford Nutters, Three Little Pigs. It is great, isn't it? I've seen it about 100 times, but it's so entertaining.
So on here, of course, you can see the straw house, the wood house and the brick house. So it's a big bad wolf and little red riding hood. Nunsford Nutters, a really great comic club from Colleton and Devon.
I think that chap there, Phil Brooker, I think that's his idea this year. I think he's a designer, if there is a design.
Yeah, that's him, the designer, Phil Brooker. They really enjoy their carnival, Nunsford Nutters. Once again, another group that started at Seaton Carnival at the end of August. On the back of this entry, there she is, that's Irene Hill, 83 years old. LED lighting effects done a great effect, I think, as presented by the Toppers Carnival Club of North Petherton and their Ant Warriors. So the ants in the jungle warrioring against the other species there. very clever effect, I think.
And they're one of the few clubs that put their lights in time to their music. So if you look, it will all change as it goes through the beats of the music. Look. See? It's clever, that, isn't it? That's clever stuff. That's a lot of work to do that. I know our club have done it a little bit this year, and it took us hours to programme it. So just imagine doing the whole cart like it.
Its toppers are based in the Lamb in North Petherton. They've been in the Carnival since 1994. Some really young members of this club, and they're all in there.
And the first time that Kings of Old Frontier, I've heard it not used on an Indian cart.
I like that one. They've had some good results this year and a good lighting effect there going away in the screen. They've really learned how to use the LED lights. They were one of the first clubs to experiment with this. So the Ant Warriors there from the Toppers Carnival.
Right, one of my favourite entries this year coming into screen. Now the Vagabonds Carnival Club, be our guest. It's not been winning the big county cup, so I just really like it. I think the cart build is clean, the routine is great. I love people on spinning parts, always have done. So be our guest.
Vagabonds celebrating 70 years in the Carnival from Reflections Bridgewater. Designers Luke Shepherd and Alec Curry. Models by Steve Shepherd. Costumes by Jackie Towell, Nova Puddy, Kelly Warren, Katie Shepherd. Female tractor driver for Vagabonds as well. So 10,000 lamps here, so one of what we call the old style carts now, but a great entry from Vagabonds. They'd like to thank all life members, vice presidents, wives, girlfriends and partners who helped the club in 2017. Andy O'Neill did the spraying of the stage, set and cart. You can see Lumieres and rocking chandeliers on here. Really great build-up from Vagabonds.
Yeah, it is. It's really clean and tidy, and it is one of my favourites this year. Can't go wrong with a Disney musical, can you?
Last year's entry, Da Vinci, was also very good and very original.
Yep.
Following them, this is the 1+1 Carnival Club of Ilminster. And their Dick Dastardly theme this year.
Yeah.
This is Dastardly and Muttley, hashtag Catch the Pigeon. And a great entry, we were talking to them in the lineup earlier on from 1+1, much improved this year. And they know about the weather because they build this cart entirely outside.
They tend to build this. I was talking to Maurice Hooper the other day, and they tend to build this a lot of this in the summer, and they were finished 3 weeks before their first carnival because they don't want to build it when the cold nights come in. So they try and get it all done in the summer, which makes sense.
Yep, they're based at the Donyat Bowling Club. They were originally a feature cart, now they're into the comic features. Lots of Fokkers on here this year. By that I mean aeroplanes.
Yeah, obviously, that's all you meant.
Trying to catch that pigeon.
One of the best cart 1+1 have done for a long time. And it's always funny with comic, we say it on every DVD, but you're very careful what you read out. You can't just read out what is written on the side of them all the time.
No, really enjoy it. It's great to see 1+1 improving. Plenty of members on there. Always good to see a cart with lots of members on board.
9 on the tractor, isn't there? We've had years we had 9 on the whole car.
So we see it go away there. So Dastardly and Muttley catch the pigeon from 1+1. The spectacular finale of the 2019 Carnival season. And this is a great entry by the Renegades Carnival Club of Bridgewater. Ananwu, Eye of the Sun. This is a Kenyan tribe theme. Suns all over, shields and animals' heads. Last year's entry was Ganesh's Journey Home. They've been in the carnival for 52 years, from West India House and Vino's Wine and Ale Tavern in Bridgewater. Captain and designer Aaron Whiting.
What's good about Renegade is that they actually all do sing along. They don't pretend to sing along. When the music stops, you hear them shrieking and going. And the effort they put in into their routine is incredible.
Costumes by Georgian Edwards and Pauline Haitian. The music, He Lives in You by Alfie Bow and Michael Ball. And they said they're very excited for another carnival season coming to an end now. Renegades are one of the most improved clubs over the last 5 or 6 years.
Oh, definitely. It's the last time we'll see all these entries, isn't it?
Yes, sadly.
We always think that, don't we? Never see that again. That's it.
This is number 49. Lady Voodoo will put a spell on you. This is the Bridgewater Bells dance team of Bridgewater. So a spooky theme here. This is in Class 7, which is adult, mixed adult, juvenile walking group. Well, they've been doing very well this year. They've won a few first prizes.
Did they start as a majorette group, Bridgewater Bells, years ago, and here they are now? Yeah, they're doing very well, actually, they are.
And this is the Hot Rock Carnival Club of Gillingham and their Voyage to Valhalla. This is a Norse mythology theme based on the Vikings. No entry last year from Hot Rock, so it's great to see them back on the road. Designed by Richard Milner and Mandy Osmond, costumes by Lindsay Baker and Mandy Osmond. And they've been in the carnival for 32 years.
Here's a cart that I like. They've just done so well. Left Behind, Dig for Victory. It's the Cavaliers Carnival Club of Bridgewater. I would say their best entry in 15, 20 years. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Very clever. It's a World War II theme. Depicting the Women's Land Army, so they're left behind at home to dig for victory. 82 years in the carnival from the Admiral's Landing, Bridgewater. Captain Matthew Speed, designer Bill Bevan. Models by Matt Speed and Mark Huxtable. And this is a really well built up two-part entry this year.
This is brilliant. This is ever so good. Very, very good.
Music Salute by Little Mix. Models by Matt Speed and Mark Huxtable. They're based at Admiral's Landing in Bridgewater.
Now, I met this group earlier on. I interviewed them. Toppers, Boneyard Express. Great bunch of people. Interviewed their tractor driver. And this is a great cart from the Toppers. They've sort of come on leaps and bounds, haven't they?
Yeah. This is a train made out of skeletons. A voodoo train returning from the boneyard and moving up and down encased by bones and skeletons. This is their 25th year in the carnival. They were previously the Young Dragons.
Do you remember the Young Dragons? Yeah, I do. Going back some years.
They've won the County Cup 3 times. 2004 Luck of the Irish, 2007 Zulus and 2013 with the Diddy Man.
I know they've got problems with their moving carriages, so they're going to get them all up together, and they might even use them again next year.
Designer Paul Ham, Captain Brian Parsons. That's a great entry from Toppers. They're one of the innovators in the lighting effects.
Yeah, no, I do. I love that car from them. So good coming down the road.
Last year they were in the Master India. This year, the Boneyard Express from Toppers Carnival Club.
Ethan Pickersgill here, coming into view. You're going to have to pronounce it.
Rag and Bone Man.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the. I thought it was the whole Do Mateos Day of the Dead. No, Rag and Bone Man. He would like to thank family, parents, including Mum and Dad, Paul and Kelly Pickersgill, who are pushing the pram there behind. Members of the Masqueraders Club. I think he's on course to be
County Cup winner.
County Cup, which is great. So
What's Cooking is an entry presented by the Knutsford Nutters Carnival Club, Hollyton in Devon, and this is based on the British Bake Off, cakes and tarts and pies. So explain this one, Andrew.
I love this. Brilliant music, brilliant.
This is Master Baker by Lancashire Hot Pots.
The ladies shout and tell me that they love it when the boys.
They're based at Knutsford Farm, Hollyton, East Devon. Captain Kevin Woodley, designers Mike Baker, Sophie Brimacombe.
My cakes are so much in demand, I won't have to voice. The ladies shout and tell me that they love it when the boys. Self-raising flour.
They've been in the carnival 24 years. Last year they were second in county with Battle of Portaloo. They'll be second in county again this year with this great comic entry.
This must be confidential. There's me and 20 women and they love my big utensil. I'm the only fella, but I stay in full control. The ladies flash the recipes and then I lick the bowl. Oh, I'm a master baker, baking just for fun. The girl next door, she likes the cakes. I'd love to
Models
give
by Mike Baker, costumes Helen Brooker, age range 10 to 85. That's Nan, 85 years old, on the back of the cart there in yellow.
Been on that cart forever, hasn't she? Do you know they take her off each year?
We first saw that in Seaton the end of August. They really enjoy their carnival, the Nuns for Nutters. Very imaginative, very comical every year, isn't it?
It's a great cart. They do very well with their music, don't they? They choose their music very well, the Knutsford Nutters.
And this is the Wills Carnival Club, last year's Tableau County champions. That was with Gettysburg. This year they're the Smuggler's Cove, a story of smuggling treasures and shipwrecks. But once again, a great entry from Wills. They depict a moonlight atmospheric interpretation based on a book by Jamie Faulkner, published in 1898. Set in 18th century England. And the cart shows a ship guided around by the wreckers who've been rounded up through the village by the revenue men. Loot was stored everywhere, including the local pub and church, and all the village was in the know. Once again, they're using very effective LED spotlights to create the moonlight atmosphere.
Yeah, they've got no light bulbs on it. I can't see a single light bulb.
66 years in the carnival from the Shack, Bridgewater. Captain Adam Webb, designer Amanda Nolan. Costumes Nikki Newbury. And the music is Wreckers by Changing Room. Not the winner this year, but still an excellent tableau.
Sorry?
Excellent tableau this
Yeah,
year.
it is very good. We struggle to hear in here, don't we?
The carts aren't very loud, they really up the sound systems
noisy,
this year.
Yeah, we even if I'm sat right next to you, I can barely hear a word you're saying.
This is the steam machines of the Lime Kiln Carnival Club of Bridgewater. This is a steampunk entry, a really great entry this year from Lime Kiln, with the hot air balloons, motorbikes, cogs, smoke, steam and a flying machine.
You know, I really do like this. The Lime Kiln have been doing
They've
really
been in the
well
carnival
over
74 years from the Lime Kiln in Bridgewater. Captains Gary Winchell and Scott Coombs. Costumes by Steve Hudson and Sina Hudson. And the music is Machine by Imagine Dragon. I think a very impressive lighting effect on here from approximately 5,000 lamps, chips and floodlights.
They're making use of the smoke machine, aren't they?
Now it's about time to raise up a petition.
We can only see about half the cart for the smoke.
Last year's entry, Outlaws Creek was 4th place at Bridgewater, winner. It's an optional feature at North Petherton and Chairman's Choice at Glastonbury. I think they're doing equally well this year.
Yeah. We spin the camera round. First cart of the night, the Mendivale Carnival Club. This is our club, isn't it? Andrew Talon, you've been in this club since 1988. I've been in it since the mid-90s. We are rolling on the river 2019.
Second place in local feature of Wales last night. Great cart from Mendivale this year. They've been in the carnival since 1965, one of the great traditional old clubs of the area. Ashley Guys in the middle of the front really enjoys there being the captain of the showboat.
They do give it some effort on the front, those three. We have our personality cup at Mid-Somerset Gangs. It'd be nice for them to get a nomination. They do really well there. Alan, Colin and Ashley on the front there. Status quo, rolling on the river, Proud Mary.
Tractor driver tonight is Tom Shepherd.
And it's strange actually because it looks quite similar to the design, but we did tweak it as we go and we kept the roof the same from last year. We've kept the roof from last year and we've put the wheels on the back and we've done a bit of rocking and that's ideal really. That's an ideal little entry.
There it goes down the road. We get a long shot of some of these 100-foot carts. The captains this year, Aaron Phipps and Matt Lukins. Designer Ashley Guys.